I love you, but I'm not in love with you. I've just lost my feelings for you and I've fallen out of love with you. These are some of the most painful words to hear from your avoidant partner or your avoidant ex. It is blindsiding because everything seems like it was going along wonderfully, and all of a sudden you're hit with this. They've fallen out of love with you. And this person detaches, they shut down, they grow cold, they lack empathy, push you away, and give you very little coherent explanation as to why they've lost feelings for you, as to why they're even ending the relationship. You get nothing but vague excuses and the repeated statement that they've just lost feelings, that the spark just isn't there anymore. When this happens, it is because the avoidant has had their fears triggered. They have been triggered, and they are now what is called deactivating. When avoidants are triggered in their avoidant mode, they take their feelings for their partner and they suppress them. They bury them. They don't allow themselves to access their own feelings for you. It's a maladaptive defense mechanism. It's how they cope, by suppressing things, by bottling it up and running from the problem. It all goes back to childhood when this person was emotionally neglected. And their feelings were often routinely dismissed. So this person learned that communication about their own feelings results in being rejected. So typically in a relationship, when everything seems like it's going along wonderfully, you may even be years into the relationship, and they just shut down and told you that they're not in love with you anymore, there's usually a want or a need of the avoidant that has not been met over the course of the relationship. Or maybe you're doing something that bothers them. The problem is, they never told you. They didn't tell you. They never communicated their wants and needs to you. So you had no clue that they were bothered about anything, because this person fears communication. They associate it with rejection and abandonment. So they don't communicate what it is to you that they need. You need to be a mind reader. And if you're not, you're never going to know what this person actually wants or needs. But since their wants and needs have not been met for a prolonged period of time, they start to resent you. And that resentment leads to deactivation when they shut down and bury their feelings. Well, avoidants don't self-reflect. When they are triggered, they do no self-reflection, because self-reflection is the opposite of avoiding. When you self-reflect, you actually have to face your feelings, your fears, reflect on them, think about them, think of where they come from within you. See where you've gone right, see where you've gone wrong. Reflect on how your behavior impacts others and take accountability. That's all painful stuff. Avoidants, when they are triggered, avoid doing that. And since this person does not self-reflect, they don't realize that they haven't lost feelings for you. They've just buried their feelings for you. They're just not allowing themselves to access their own feelings for you. And because they buried it and they don't self-reflect on it, they think they lost the feelings. They think the spark is gone. But in reality, they're taking that spark and they are suppressing it. They are not allowing themselves to feel it. But they have to come up with some sort of excuse for their behavior. So they come up with these very vague, surface level excuses along the lines of, I just lost feelings. This is the result of a person that does not feel confident enough to communicate their wants and needs. That they don't feel secure within themselves enough to assert their boundaries, their feelings. So when it happens abruptly. They shut down and push you away, and the rug was pulled from under your feet. You may have even been in a marriage that you thought was wonderful, and then you get blindsided with this. And the more you push for answers, the more this person distances, pulls away, and potentially even ghosts you. Don't blame yourself. If this person did not communicate with you and you gave the relationship your best effort, you did not cause them to not communicate. You did not cause their pre-existing attachment wounds. You did not make them choose to not communicate. Because keep in mind, the lack of communication is a choice. This person had a choice in the matter. They could have chosen to suck it up and to communicate with you and let you know what wants and needs were not being met or what you were doing that they didn't like. But they chose not to tell you. And now the relationship ends because of their choice to not communicate with you. It certainly is a choice. It absolutely is a choice. When you blame yourself for unhealthy behavior, you're trying to control the uncontrollable, and you are pushing yourself further into anxiety, and you are making it harder for yourself to heal when you are taking the burden for somebody else's behavior. So when the avoidant tells you that they've lost feelings and they don't know why, but the spark is just gone, this is a person that has taken their feelings for you. They have buried them. They're not allowing themselves to feel it, and they're telling themselves surface level excuses because they are not self-reflecting. And unfortunately, because they're not self-reflecting, they're going to blame it on you.